Welcome to the EYHL Women's League game here at Rathdown School between Monkstown and UCD. Monkstown will be wearing their traditional home kit of sky blue, navy blue and sky blue, and UCD will be in their chain strip of all navy blue. We're going to give you the panels that will be featuring in today's game now. In goal for Monkstown is number 1, Martha Dignan. Number 12 is Jennifer Hamill. Number 23 is Olivia Brady. Number 17 is Rebecca Carty. Number 24 is Millie German. Number 8 is Emily Keeley. Number 22 is Susie Kelly. Number 10 is Sophie Moore. Number 21 is Evan Murdoch. Number 26 is Charlotte O'Neill. 15 is Claire O'Reilly. Number 20 is Natasha Toomey. Number 19 is Sarah Toomey. Number 27 is Chloe Watkins. And number 25 is Orla Young-Hughes. I'll give you those in numerical order shortly, but we start off with the alphabetical order. In goal for UCD is number 1, Nora McGinty. Number 8 is Quiva Byrne. Number 9 is Michelle Carey. Number 5 is Niamh Carey. Number 16 is Sophia Cole. Number 6 is Charlotte Cope. Number 17 is Catherine Egan. Number 7, Ali Griffin. Number 11, Grace Keane. Number 13 is Eva Lavelle. Number 12 is Katie Jane Marshall. Number 2 is Hannah McLaughlin, who captains UCD today. Number 15 is Leo Shea. Number 18 is Emma Paul. Number 3 is Sarah McCauley. And number 10 is Lucy Crow. The team manager of Monkstown is Nikki Cullen, and their head coach is Simon Lowry. And the team coach of UCD is Marty Burke, and head coach is Miles Warren. Now I'll give you the players in numerical order. For Monkstown, number 1, Martha Dignan. Number 8, Emily Keeley. And we've lost that panel, so we just have to go straight to the action. The pushback is about to take place. Sophie Moore will be doing the honours for Monkstown. Back with Watkins. Watkins sends an aerial towards the UCD half, and it's caught by Sarah McCauley. She has a free hit there. Carey on the ball now. Michelle Carey into the D. And a shot there from Sophia Cole goes behind, and it'll be a hit out to Monkstown. And that long pass out of defence has gone over the end line. Near the sideline, I should say. And it'll be hit into UCD. Ball is with Niamh Carey. Carey for UCD. Looking to find Grace Keane. Keane trying to... Getting the free hit there. Sends it into the D, and it's gone behind, and it'll be a hit out to Monkstown. These two sides last met in the Irish Senior Cup, and Monkstown knocked UCD out of that competition. And the reverse league fixture in the National Stadium ended in a 5-1 victory for UCD over Monkstown. And both sides will be in action again tomorrow afternoon at the National Stadium in Belfield, where they'll be taking part in the Jackie Potter Cup semi-final. UCD, of course, are the holders of this competition, having won it last season. The final of that competition will take place on St. Patrick's Day. UCD now trying to bring the ball out of defence over the halfway line. And that was hit too strongly for Leo Shea to get on the end of. And it's going to be a free hit. For Monkstown. Carey now. Michelle Carey gone into the D. And she's got herself a free hit. And it'll be another free hit now to UCD. from the sideline. Michelle Carey. It's back now with Katie Jane Marshall. Marshall to Sarah McCauley. McCauley sends it into the area, but it'll be a hit now to Monkstown. Our umpires this afternoon are Ali Kyo and Gillian Garrett. Our technical officers are Sarah Ingham, Erica Porter and Christina Cuff. Sophia Cole there done very well to keep that ball in play. Chloe Watkins got it back from Monkstown, but it'll now be a free hit to UCD, quickly taken by Hannah McLaughlin. And it's back on halfway with McLaughlin. And it'll be a free hit now to Monkstown. Leo Shea won possession there. The umpires think there was something wrong with that and are awarding a free hit to Monkstown. Just taken by Claire O'Reilly. O'Reilly surrounded by 3 UCD figures. And the umpire has seen an infringement. It'll be a free hit to Monkstown, which O'Reilly, I think, will fob off on one of her teammates. Millie German there for Monkstown. Sends a ball down the wing. And it's gone out of play. A sideline hit there for UCD. It's with Michelle Carey. Michelle Carey sends it down to Ali Griffin. Griffin looking for Niamh Carey on the edge of the box. She's dispossessed. And away come Monkstown again. Won again by Michelle Carey, and it's a sideline hit to the students. Back with McCauley. McCauley, the Ireland international, sends it back to the side. It's with Michelle Carey. She's dispossessed by Sophie Moore. Back with McCauley. It's up to Niamh Carey. And Niamh Carey's won a free, taking it herself quickly. Inside the D. And it's a free hit out to Monkstown. There are 2 ex-UCD players on the field at the moment for Monkstown. Sarah Toomey and, of course, Chloe Watkins. So these kind of reunions add a little bit of spice to these kind of matches. McCauley sends it forward, looking for Niamh Carey. Niamh Carey trying to get inside, but some good defending there from Millie German. Watkins, her pass is intercepted by Lucy Crow, and it's a free to Monkstown, quickly taken. Millie German again on the ball. Just under our camera position. And UCD come away with it again in the shape of Lucy Crow. And it's another free hit. Quickly taken by Hannah McLaughlin, who sends Eva Lavelle away. She's looking for Niamh Carey. The ball goes out over the sideline. Niamh Carey will take it for UCD. Cuts inside. Umpire's whistle's gone again. It'll be a free hit now to Monkstown. Nice long pass out of defence. But unfortunately, there were no Monkstown players in the vicinity, and it'll be a hit out to UCD to be taken by Katie Jane Marshall. Marshall sends it across the face for a goal to McCauley. McCauley to McLaughlin. And Emma Paul has been dispossessed but has won herself a sideline hit. McLaughlin to Ali Griffin. And Griffin has conceded a free. And the ball comes back over to this side of the field. And Leo Shea's conceded a free, which Millie German will take. And that's gone out off a UCD foot. It'll be a hit to Monkstown. Watkins now for Monkstown. Back to Millie German. Back to Watkins. Watkins, the World Cup silver medalist from 2018. Looking for Sarah Toomey, who was dispossessed. UCD come away with it again. It's now with Niamh Carey. Carey down the right wing for UCD. Carey cuts back inside, looking for some assistance. She finds in the form of her sister. Michelle now. Carey attacking, trying to get into the D. Looking for a teammate. And it's in the back of the net. Niamh Carey with the finish there. So that puts UCD 1 up. Niamh Carey the scorer. Going into this game, of course, UCD were in 5th place in the EYHL Women's League table and Monkstown were in 7th. So both sides looking for points to try and maintain their push for playoff positions. Charlotte O'Neill there for Monkstown. Finds Susie Kelly. Susie Kelly, of course, another player who's had a spell with both teams. Began her career here in Monkstown. Had a 4-year spell in UCD and is back with Monkstown again. And it'll be a free hit now to Monkstown. Knocked back to Charlotte O'Neill. To Millie German. And it looks like it's going to be a hit out to UCD, which Katie Jane Marshall will take. So Michelle Carey now for UCD, coming across the halfway line. Tried to find a teammate, but it's a free to Monkstown, taken by Watkins, who finds Orla Young-Hughes. And Orla Young-Hughes has conceded a sideline ball to UCD. Well blocked by Watkins. Regains possession from Monkstown. Claire O'Reilly. But it's taken away by Katie Jane Marshall. Some good defending there from the student. And it'll be a hit now to Monkstown. Monkstown trying to spread the play. And unfortunately, that attempted pass to Millie German didn't find his target and is a sideline hit to UCD. And that long-range effort from Grace Keane hits off the upright. And Monkstown will come away with it again. Monkstown on the attack again. And the ball's out over the sideline for another sideline hit for the Sky Blues. Millie German with the sideline hit to Susie Kelly. And they decide to go up the other wing. And that ball is going out over the end line, and it'll be a sideline hit, or I should say, a goal line hit to UCD. UCD leading by that Niamh Carey goal to 0 as we speak. Little to choose between the teams other than that. Charlotte Cope for UCD sends it out to the left to Lucy Crow. Eva Lavelle cutting inside, trying to find a teammate, but Chloe Watkins regains possession from Monkstown and sends Rebecca Carthy up the wing. Carthy loses out to UCD, and it'll be a sideline hit to UCD. Ball is with Sophia Cole. She finds Emma Paul. Back to Katie Jane Marshall. Back to Sarah McCauley. McCauley to Marshall. Marshall sends it along. Looking for and finding Grace Keane. Keane sends it down towards the right and finds Lee O'Shea. Lee O'Shea sends it into the D, but away comes Watkins for Monkstown, and she's got herself a free. It's been a bit frenetic the last few minutes. Welcome break there for that free. Away comes Watkins now for Monkstown. Looking for a colleague in a sky blue shirt and unable to find her. Marshall now with the hit out for the students to McCauley. McCauley decides she will look for a colleague down the right and only succeeds in finding an opponent. Charlotte Cope tidies up there for UCD, finds Marshall. Marshall dispossessed by Watkins and wins a free. Niamh Carey now for the students. Crosses the 23-metre line. Coming into the D. And loses possession, but the ball falls nicely for Lee O'Shea of UCD. But it'll be a hit out to Monkstown. And that ball goes over the sideline. It'll be a hit to UCD, which Emma Paul will take. Emma Paul finds Marshall. Marshall back to McLaughlin. McLaughlin back to Marshall. To McCauley. McCauley sends it back towards Marshall. Marshall arriving on halfway. Finds Michelle Carey. Back to McCauley. McCauley looking for a colleague down in the left wing area, but unfortunately the ball went out over the end line. Monkstown to get things underway again. But that pass was hit short. UCD regained possession. It's now with McCauley to Katie Jane Marshall. And it's now with Sophia Cole, and she'll take the sideline hit. Back with Marshall. To McCauley. And that ball was finished to the net brilliantly by Grace Keane. She hit it in the air. There was nobody near her, but so UCD now lead by 2-0. Second goal of the game scored by Grace Keane. Sarah Toomey's resumption was about all we had time for, as the quarter has come to a close. At the end of the first quarter, 2 goals for UCD, one from Niamh Carey in the 8th minute and the other one from Grace Keane in the final minute of that quarter, secures a 2-0 lead for UCD at the end of the first quarter. Now, for those of you watching hockey for the first time, there is a 2-minute break between each quarter, and then there's a longer break at half time between quarters 2 and quarters 3. 4 quarters of 17 minutes. Under the old rules, we had 2 halves of 35 minutes. So you can see where the 17 minutes is made up of 15 minutes actual playing time plus stoppages. So both coaches are getting an opportunity now to brief their players during this short sus biog, as it's say in Irish, and be back in action very, very soon. As he said, going into this game, UCD lying in 5th place in the table following their 4-2 defeat last week to Ards, and Monkstown in 7th place in the table. UCD have a game in hand over Monkstown, 2 games in hand over 4th place Old Alexandra, and 2 games in hand over Pegasus as well. Old Alexandra have a game in hand over UCD, and Railway Union have 4 games in hand on Pegasus, 2 games in hand on Catholic Institute and Pembroke Wanderers and UCD, and also 3 games in hand over the likes of Belfast Harlequins and Ards. A number of games got postponed due to the recent international tour to Argentina, where a lot of players got called up to play a 3-game series with the Chileans and a 4-game series with Argentina. And as a result, several EYHL games didn't take place and are being rescheduled over the coming weeks. We're going to have second quarter resuming now, or starting now, I should say. And it will begin with Sophie Moore at the halfway spot again. Sophie Moore with the pushback, finds Watkins. Watkins on halfway. Only succeeds in finding Lucy Crow. Crow comes away there for UCD. She finds Ali Griffin. Griffin is penalised. It'll be a hit to Monkstown. Watkins with the long probing pass to the edge of the D. And it was another free to Monkstown. Sarah Toomey with the dispossessed there by KJ Marshall. And she in turn is dispossessed by Chloe Watkins crossing the 23-metre line. And she has won herself a free hit just on the 23-metre line. Chloe Watkins sends it in towards the goal, and it's put behind for a long corner, I think. Well, it probably should have been a long corner, but it's going to be a hit out to UCD, which Sarah McCauley will take. KJ Marshall now for UCD. Finds Lucy Crow. She sends it down towards Leo Shea, going inside the D, and finds Ali Griffin, but Griffin is penalised, and it'll be a free hit out to Monkstown. Watkins trying to get the ball under control, and does so, and finds Sophie Moore. But Moore's pass is intercepted by McCauley, and she in turn feeds McLaughlin. McLaughlin was looking for a teammate inside the D, didn't find anyone, and it'll be hit out to the Sky Blues. Monkstown, who trail at the moment by 2-0, coming away with the ball now. And another free hit. Millie German finds Watkins. Watkins' pass is intercepted by Cole for UCD. Cole finds Lee O'Shea. O'Shea now looking for Niamh Carey. Overhit that somewhat, and it's gone out over the sideline. UCD currently reduced to 10 players as Niamh Carey is serving a... Michelle Carey, I should say, is serving a temporary suspension. Interesting enough, our 2 goals today have come from open play, from field goals. We have yet to see our first penalty corner of the game, which is, of course, the most important set piece in the sport. Niamh Carey on possession. It's Michelle who's serving the suspension. She should be back on the field reasonably shortly. McCauley to Marshall. Marshall to Cole. Cole to McLaughlin. McLaughlin back to Marshall. Marshall to Macaulay. And Leo O'Shea is in an advanced position down the left. And it'll be a long corner to UCD to be taken by Hannah McLaughlin. Long corners are now taken on the 23-metre line, but there was a time when they were taken out on the left wing, or right wing as the case may be, depending on what side it went out. And it's another hit out to Monkstown, and they will get play underway in a few moments. Susie Kelly with the hit out. And the ball is sent up the right wing and out over the sideline. It'll be a hit to UCD. Millie German getting her angles wrong there. And Michelle Carey is back on the field. UCD back to full strength. Watkins with the free hit there. Nice play. Crosses into the D. And it hit the side of the net there. Off a stick, it's a long corner. Michelle Carey comes away with the ball. That long corner didn't produce what Monkstown were hoping it would. Ali Griffin now for UCD. Ali Griffin cuts into the D. Looking for a teammate. Hits it off an opponent. It'll be a long corner from the 23-metre line. And Michelle Carey with the long corner. Knocks it back to KJ Marshall. Marshall to Macaulay. Macaulay sent it down into the corner for Lucy Crow. And this looks like it's going to be a hit out for Monkstown as the ball has gone out of play harmlessly. Susie Kelly hits it back out over the sideline. It'll be a sideline hit to UCD, which Hannah McLaughlin will take. And it's another free hit to UCD. McLaughlin to take it just outside the D. Loses possession and Monkstown come away with it. And that's gone out over the sideline for another sideline hit to UCD. A little bit of scrappy play going on here at the moment. Possession changing hands with monotonous regularity. Michelle Carey found Marshall. Marshall was looking for Niamh Carey. And Niamh Carey ends up with the ball. Sends it back to Crow. Crow to Macaulay. Macaulay to Marshall. Marshall finds Eva Lavelle. And Lavelle's dispossessed. And it'll be a hit out to Monkstown. Taken quickly by Kelly. But the ball has ended up with UCD. Niamh Carey now has it. Niamh Carey going towards the end line, cutting inside to the D. Carey now looking for a teammate. Well saved by the keeper. And that was another fine goal from Grace Keane. That's Keane's second goal of the match. And all the 3 goals so far have come from open play. So the current score is, unlike what you see on your scoreboard, it's Monkstown 0, UCD 3. And UCD come away with it now, but Grace Keane was unable to keep that in play. And it'll be a sideline hit to Monkstown. And it'll be another free hit now to Monkstown. So good play there from Emily Keeley. And she has managed to win herself a short corner. I believe it's the first short corner of the game. Sarah Toomey to inject this one now for Monkstown. Jennifer Hamill with the block. The shot was put out, and it'll be another short corner for Monkstown. Toomey with the injection, the block. Watkins takes the one side, blocked down well by Macaulay. And the ball is still over in the corner there. And Monkstown have the free hit. Still trying to engineer something from it, but away comes Macaulay now for UCD, and the ball's gone over the sideline. It's another sideline ball for Monkstown. And the umpire's whistle is blown again. Another free hit for Monkstown. She took that too quickly. She'll have to take it again. Jennifer Hamill now with this free hit for Monkstown, and it goes harmlessly wide, and it'll be a hit out now to UCD. Sarah Macaulay now with this hit out. The scoreline is Monkstown 0, UCD 3. And UCD on the attack again. Cross comes into the 20, the cross from out of the wide comes into the D, but no problem for the goalkeeper, and it'll be hit out now to Monkstown, which Susie Kelly will take. Monkstown now attacking up the left wing in the shape of Emily Keeley. And she slips it inside. But it's dispossessed then by UCD, who come away with it. Eventually Macaulay clears it and finds O'Shea. But away comes Watkins. She's dispossessed in turn by Michelle Carey. UCD have it again. Down with Lee O'Shea, down the right wing. Looking for a colleague inside the D, and the ball has hit off a opponent. Be a free hit to UCD, which quickly taken. Sophia Cole has it there. And it's ended up in a long corner to UCD, which will be taken from the 23-metre line. As I said, these ones actually used to be taken on the sideline originally, and there was a rule change some years ago that turned it into effectively a 23-metre free. Sarah Toomey, the former UCD player, sends the ball inside to Natasha Toomey. And Natasha was won a free, which Watkins has taken quickly. But unfortunately, that has sailed past the right-hand post, missing all her teammates. But it did take a deflection en route and will be a long corner to Monkstown. And it's back now with Charlotte O'Neill. But away comes Michelle Carey. Carey has two players to her left in UCD outfits. And she still has the ball. And the ball eventually falls kindly. And that ball has gone over the bar. It took a deflection. And there's a card. A green card was being awarded to Monkstown, who will be temporarily reduced to 10 players. And Orla Young-Hughes is going to sit it out for a couple of minutes. Charlotte Cope with the long corner. Back with Macaulay. It's hit inside the D. Sophia Cole looking for a teammate. And away come Monkstown with it again. And some good play there from Natasha Toomey lifting the siege. Marshall. To Emma Paul. It's intercepted by Monkstown. And it's now with Emily Keeley. Emily Keeley over the 23-metre line, looking to get into the D. Can't get past Sarah McCauley. And away comes Leo Shea for the students. Niamh Carey now for the students. Down the left wing. Cutting inside the 23-metre line. Great. Eva Lavelle gets it under control. Looking for a teammate inside the D. And that shot is blocked by Monkstown, who come away with it and send it over the sideline to relative safety. It'll be sideline hit for UCD. If you're just joining us, the current scoreline is Monkstown 0, UCD 3 as we're nearing half time. In the final 3 minutes of this quarter. And the ball is with McLaughlin now for the students. Surrounded by opponents. And she's won herself a penalty corner. And this game is an EY Hockey League Women's Division game. And the current scoreline is Monkstown 0, UCD 3. Now, Katie Jane Marshall with the injection now for UCD. Nicely trapped. McCauley with the shot. It's blocked. And it looks like it's going to be another penalty corner for UCD. Marshall now with the injection. Finds McCauley. And it's cleared to safety by Watkins. And it will be a long corner. Which looks like Hannah McLaughlin's going to take for the students. And we're in the dying seconds of the first half. KJ Marshall. Sends it across to McCauley. McCauley across to Emma Paul. Back to McCauley. McCauley heads it forward. And the ball has gone behind and wide. It'll be a hit out to Monkstown, which Susie Kelly's going to take. Good play there from Kelly. UCD win it back. Niamh Carey finds Hannah McLaughlin. But some good defending there from Susie Kelly. It went out of the sideline there. McCauley took it quickly. And it looks like it's going to be another long corner. In the final seconds of this second quarter and indeed this first half. And that's all we have time for in the first half and indeed the second quarter. And the halftime score in this particular one is Monkstown 0, UCD 3. The goals came 2 in the first quarter, 1 from Niamh Carey after about 8 minutes, I should say. And the first of 2 goals for Grace Keane came after 17 minutes. And the third goal happened in the second quarter about 24 minutes into the game. So that's the scoreline as we see it now at half-time. Monkstown 0, UCD 3. And we're back here at Rathdown School, where Monkstown are taking on UCD in the EYHL Women's Division. And the halftime score, the third quarter just about to get underway now, is Monkstown 0, UCD 3. And Niamh Carey there with the pushback, finding McLaughlin, who sent an aerial down into the corner for Lee O'Shea to run onto. And O'Shea has managed to win herself a free hit. Sophia Cole will take this free hit. The umpire wanted her to re-sight the ball, which she duly did, and that amounted to nothing. The scoring came, there was 2 goals in the first quarter, and the goal scoring was opening by Niamh Carey on about the 8th minute. The first of 2 goals for Grace Keane, and was in the 17th minute, and then she also scored again in the second quarter, about 24 minutes into the game. Michelle Carey now for UCD. Heading down the right and looking for some support. She has 2 Monkstown players between her and a teammate, so she sends it back. And the ball is with Grace Keane, and Keane finds Macaulay. Macaulay finds Marshall, and Marshall sends it up to Lucy Crow, and Crow has conceded a free, and it'll be hit out to Monkstown. Susie Kelly with the free for Monkstown. Only finds Macaulay. Macaulay regains possession for UCD, sends it out to the sideline, where Grace Keane keeps it in. And it's back with Emma Paul. Paul to Macaulay. Macaulay to Hannah McLaughlin. And McLaughlin has won herself a free just behind the 23-metre line. Finds Michelle Carey. Michelle Carey knocks it back to Macaulay. Macaulay back to Paul. Emma Paul. Sarah Macaulay. Right out to the left. Cross comes into the D. Lee O'Shea can't win it, but Sophia Cole does. And Sophia Cole has managed to get a 4th goal for UCD. So we're back underway here. The ball is with Chloe Watkins for Monkstown. Watkins has it again for Monkstown, going over halfway. Watkins retains possession. And it'll be a free hit to... It'll be a free hit to Monkstown. That ball hit Sophia Cole in the leg. And those hockey balls are very, very hard material, and I'm sure that was an unpleasant experience for the UCD player. Watkins now with the free hit. Watkins going into the D, looking for a teammate. And Norrie McGinty has to be at her best to prevent that one from going in. Nora McGinty there. Good save there from the UCD goalkeeper. And it'll be a sideline hit now to Monkstown. And Macaulay comes away with it again for the students. Looking for Niamh Carey, but hit with a bit too much power, and it's gone over the sideline. Away comes Kelly now for Monkstown. Susie Kelly finds Chloe Watkins. Watkins sends a ball across the face of the goal, and away comes Lucy Crow for the students. Sophia Cole now, back to Lucy Crow. Crow is surrounded and dispossessed. It'll be a free hit to the students. It's all been a bit frenetic in this third quarter. Chance to slow things down. Crow knocks it back to Macaulay. And Macaulay sends it out to the right. And Grace Lavelle on the ball now. Approaching the 23-meter line. Sends it back to Emma Paul. Paul sends it back to Marshall. Marshall finds Macaulay. Macaulay just on halfway. Sends it out to the left. It's back into looking for Grace Lavelle, but Eva Lavelle, I beg your pardon. And away come Monkstown with it. And Rebecca Carthy wasn't able to keep that in play. So it was a sideline hit to the students. The ball is now with Emma Paul. Down into the corner. Taken up by Niamh Carey. Niamh Carey trying to get it into the D. And it looks like it's going to be a long corner to the students from the 23-meter line. Lavelle's long corner. Comes back to her. Lavelle again. Leo Shea trying to cut inside into the D. Away comes Watkins with it. And the umpire's whistle has blown for a free hit to UCD, which is taken quickly by Michelle Carey. Carey trying to get into the D again. And the umpire's whistle blows again for a free out to Monkstown. Susie Kelly on the ball for Monkstown, finds Watkins. So it's a free hit now to UCD to be taken by Hannah McLaughlin. She finds Macaulay to KJ Marshall, back to Macaulay. And Michelle Carey on the ball there. Finds Niamh Carey. And the whistle blows again for a free out to Monkstown. Michelle Carey now for UCD. Regains possession. And ball is back with Macaulay and Emma Paul. Quiva Byrne now has the ball. Quiva sends it forward to KJ Marshall. KJ Marshall is dispossessed. Away comes Watkins with the ball. Watkins on halfway from Monkstown. And the ball's gone over the sideline for a sideline hit. Watkins with the hit. Her pass is intercepted by Macaulay. Finds Marshall, but Marshall is dispossessed. And Monkstown have it again. Inside the 23-meter line. Monkstown trying to mount an attack. And the ball has ended up in the net. The ball has ended up in the net for the first goal of the game for Monkstown. And it looks like on the replay that goal was scored by Natasha Toomey. As the scoreline, Monkstown 1, UCD 4. And UCD captain Hannah McLaughlin getting an explanation from the umpire while she goes to the sideline. That goal may well have been scored by Olivia Brady. I'm pretty sure it's Olivia Brady on reflection. So we're going to give it to Olivia Brady. So that makes the score Monkstown 1, UCD 4. These same two teams will be back in action tomorrow afternoon at the UCD National Stadium in Belfield, where the Jackie Potter Cup Leinster semi-final will be taking place. The other semi-final sees Loreto play Old Alexandra, and two very, very interesting games for a spectator who wants to sample hockey for the first time. I recommend going to watch either game. It'll be exciting stuff. Two, I think, radically different teams from what you're seeing today on this live stream will probably be playing tomorrow in the UCD fixture against Monkstown. Quiva Byrne there for the students. Finds Michelle Carey. Michelle Carey slips it to Sarah McCauley. Susie Kelly intercepts the pass and has won herself a free out. Monkstown come away with it now in the shape of Olivia Brady. And it's gone out over the sideline. Off a UCD stick, says the umpire, so it's another Monkstown hit. And Orla Young-Hughes hits that forward and manages to get to a teammate who wins a free. Claire O'Reilly there for Monkstown, and the ball is down in the corner. And UCD come away with it. It's gone out over the sideline. It'll be a sideline hit to the students. McCauley to Niamh Carey. To Lavelle. To Sophia Cole. Monkstown come away with the ball now. Watkins regaining possession there for the home side. But it's gone out over the sideline. Taken quickly. Monkstown in possession. Down. Claire O'Reilly has it. She's surrounded by a couple of students but manages to find a teammate nonetheless. And it's back with Charlotte O'Neill. Susie Kelly now on halfway. Sends it out to the right wing. And unfortunately, Millie German was unable to keep it in play, and it's a UCD regained possession. And Michelle Carey dispossessed there. It's a free hit now to Monkstown, taken by Watkins. And Orla Young-Hughes looking for a teammate. The ball is intercepted by Michelle Carey. Michelle Carey finds Lavelle, but her pass is intercepted. And away comes Claire O'Reilly. Still in possession. Tackled by Niamh Carey. Niamh Carey looking for Grace Keane, who has been absolutely exceptional for the students this afternoon, particularly in front of goal. Quiva Byrne finds Emma Paul. Paul finds Marshall. Marshall sends it up the wing to Lucy Crow. Bit of tidying up being done at the back by Monkstown. And it'll be a hit out. Will it be a hit out to UCD, a hit out to Monkstown, or is it going to be a long corner? It looks like it's a penalty corner. So the steering committee for penalty corners is now in session with UCD at the edge of the D. And they're going to decide which one of the ones they've been practicing all week they're going to use now. KJ Marshall with the injection. So it'll be either Cueva Byrne with the block, McLaughlin with the firing of the shot, which goes wide, and it'll be a hit out to Monkstown. Watkins with an aerial out to the right wing. Intercepted by McLaughlin. Finds Michelle Carey, who was fouled. It'll be, oh no, she was the one doing the fouling apparently. And this is Watkins now in possession for Monkstown. The ball came off the feet of an opponent, but advantage has been played. And Orla Young-Hughes sends it down the left. And it looks like it might well be a long corner for Monkstown. Long corner to be taken by Chloe Watkins. Watkins sends it back. It's gone out to the right wing. Back into the D and harmlessly wide. So UCD will have a hit out, which KDJ Marshall will take. McLaughlin. And that ball has ended up out of play. It'll be a hit in to from the sideline for Monkstown. Watkins. Monkstown still in possession. Emily Keeley. And she was adjudged to have fouled her opponent. It'll be a free hit to UCD, which Sarah McCauley will take. Marshall. Sophia Cole. And despite the best efforts of Jennifer Hamill, well, she's managed to win a free. So free, a quickly taken free, which was intercepted by Ali Griffin for UCD. Now finds Cueva Byrne with Marshall. Marshall sends it into the opponent's half, where Lucy Crow has sent a long ball out of play. And that's the end of the third quarter. And the score as we reach the end of this third quarter is Monkstown 1, UCD 4. The scoring in that third quarter was, the halftime score was 3-0. UCD increased their lead through Sophia Cole on 37 minutes. And Monkstown responded with a field goal for Olivia Brady a few minutes after that. So we now find a situation where it's Monkstown 1, UCD 4. And the last opportunity for the coaches to fix things they didn't like in the previous quarter, as we have one 17-minute period of hockey left to play, 50 minutes actual playing time, and including stoppages, it usually is about 17 minutes, as we said earlier. This is the earliest of the EYHL fixtures for today in the women's division. Game started at 12:20. There's a full programme of fixtures in the league for the rest of the day. And you can catch a full roundup of results on Dublin City FM tomorrow at 4:30 with myself, Declan Hughes, as I round up the week's hockey action, particularly the weekend's hockey action. And there are a few games taking place tomorrow, as well as two Jackie Potter Cup semi-finals, one involving these two teams again, this time at UCD, and the second semi-final is between Loretto and Old Alexandra. And a very important league match in the men's division taking place north of the border, where Banbridge host Lisnagarvey. So the fourth quarter will get underway with a pushback for UCD. And it looks like Niamh Carey is going to get things underway for us in this fourth and final quarter. Susie Kelly gathers possession from Monkstown. And she has gotten herself a free hit. Jennifer Hamill now for Monkstown, looking for Olivia Brady, but the ball went out of play. KJ Marshall took the sideline hit, and it's now gone over the other side of the field where Lucy Crowe is advancing over the 23-metre line and sends a pass into the D, but overhit, and her teammate couldn't reach it, so it will be a hit out for Monkstown, which Susie Kelly will take. Monkstown with this sideline hit. And Jennifer Hamill was dispossessed there by Eva Lavelle. But Monkstown get it back. Jennifer Hamill comes away with it again. And Sarah Toomey got the benefit of that decision. And Monkstown will have their free, which they've taken. Kelly has it now for Monkstown. Up towards Toomey. And Toomey sends it across the field for Watkins. But it's intercepted by UCD. Marshall clears her lines. And it's another free hit to Monkstown on the halfway line, which Susie Kelly will take. And Kelly sends it out to the right to Chloe. Now Chloe Watkins is in midfield at the moment. And the ball has been won back by UCD. McLaughlin is now in possession for the students. Finds Michelle Carey, and that again was intercepted by a good piece of defending from Monkstown. And away comes Sophie Moore. But the ball ended up over the sideline, and it'll be a UCD sideline ball. Emma Paul now with this sideline ball for KJ Marshall, for Sarah McCauley. And that's cut out by a Monkstown defender, but the ball finds kindly for Niamh Carey. Carey to McLaughlin. Hannah McLaughlin's shot blocked by Sophie Moore. And the umpire has penalised Monkstown. Michelle Carey now inside the D, and the ball's gone wide. And that ball took a deflection off a UCD stick and will be a Monkstown ball on the sideline. Or at least that's what I thought. I was wrong, and it's a UCD sideline ball. Niamh Carey to Ali Griffin, and the ball is back in the goal. And it seems to be Niamh Carey who's being congratulated for that. So that makes the score Monkstown 1, UCD 5. A repeat of the reverse fixture in the league at Belfield. KJ Marshall's long drive sailed harmlessly past the far post. It'll be a hit out to Monkstown, which will be taken by Susie Kelly, I beg your pardon. Kelly manages to find Emily Keeley. Keeley has got down the left wing and managed to find Sophie Moore. Moore at the end line has lost possession, and it's going to be a hit out to the students, which Macaulay will take. Macaulay to Marshall. Marshall back to Macaulay. Out to the wing where it was Emma Paul won it. And it's now with Niamh Carey, but she's been dispossessed. Monkstown come away with it again. And Leo Shea managed to dispossess a Monkstown player, but only succeeded in putting it out over the sideline. Monkstown with the sideline ball. And Monkstown will resume play with a free hit just inside their own half. And that's gone out over the sideline, and it'll be a sideline ball to the students. Emma Paul now for UCD. Sends it to Marshall. Marshall to Macaulay. Macaulay sends it long, but it's intercepted by a Monkstown defender. And she's won herself a free hit, which Susie Kelly will take. Back across. Back with Kelly. Kelly being pressed severely by Leo Shea, manages to clear her lines just about and finds Olivia Brady. Brady dispossessed. Away comes KJ Marshall with the ball. KJ Marshall manages to retain possession, get over the halfway line, finds Leo Shea. Leo Shea. And the ball's gone out over the end line, and it'll be a free hit out to Monkstown. Kelly with the hit out. And a good piece of enterprising activity there from Niamh Carey. Regains possession inside the D. But Kelly comes away with the ball, and Watkins has won a free. And away come Monkstown again. Monkstown over the halfway line in the shape of Claire O'Reilly. O'Reilly hits the ball into the D, but it's tidied up by Hannah McLaughlin for the students. And McLaughlin wins herself a free hit. And that will lift the siege of the UCD goal. Macaulay with the free hit to KJ Marshall, to Charlotte Cope, to Michelle Carey, to Emma Paul. And the ball's gone out of play over the sideline. Sideline hit to Monkstown. And it's back in defence. Susie Kelly has it now for Monkstown. Over the 23-metre line. Has to find assistance in the form of a teammate. But that teammate's dispossessed by Michelle Carey. Michelle Carey looking for a teammate inside the D, and away comes Charlotte O'Neill. The ball's gone over the sideline. It'll be a UCD ball. Sarah Macaulay looking for a teammate over the far side of the field, and she finds it in the shape of Quiva Byrne. Quiva Byrne knocks it back to KJ Marshall, who finds Macaulay, who finds Michelle Carey. Macaulay back to Marshall. Back to Quiva Byrne. Quiva Byrne's pass goes into the D, finds a UCD player, but her shot is blocked. And Monkstown come away with it again, but it's tidied up by Macaulay for UCD. Finds Michelle Carey inside the 23-metre line, but she's dispossessed. And that clearance goes deep into the UCD half. And Marshall will keep an eye on it, gets a stick on it. Sends it across the field to Caoimhe Byrne. Byrne to Macaulay. Macaulay back to Byrne. Byrne finds Michelle Carey. And Claire O'Reilly wins a free for Monkstown. Charlotte Cope dispossesses the Monkstown player, comes away with the ball. Deep into the Monkstown half. Cope's long pass, looking for Ali Griffin. And away come Monkstown again with the ball in the shape of Charlotte O'Neill. Hannah McLaughlin again penalised. Chloe Watkins comes away with the ball for Monkstown. And that comes back off the upright from long range. Monkstown have it again. Into the D. And the ball ends up in the net. Yeah, it looks like Claire O'Reilly there scored that one. So it's Monkstown 2. So it's Monkstown 2, UCD 5. It's a penalty corner now to Monkstown. Good piece of attacking play there. And the goalkeeper blocked the ball, and it's a penalty corner now to Monkstown. So another opportunity for Monkstown here with, as I said earlier, to those of you not familiar with the game of hockey, this is the key set piece in this sport. And the lion's share of goals usually come from short corners, as they're called, or penalty corners, to give them the correct title. So it looks like it's going to be Charlotte O'Neill to inject it for Monkstown. And it looks like Chloe Watkins might be the one asked to execute the shot. She's got it. She shoots, and it's gone into the net. So that's 5-3 now. And Watkins wins the ball on halfway. And sends an aerial down into that inside left channel, but UCD come away with it in the form of McLaughlin, who finds O'Shea. Lee O'Shea finds Ali Griffin. Ali Griffin loses possession, but the ball lands at the stick of Niamh Carey, but she's not able to, it will be a free to UCD by the looks of things. Marshall to Macaulay. Macaulay coming over the 23-metre line finds Caoimhe Byrne. And Caoimhe Byrne's Shot was deflected, and it's going to be a long corner. And it's back with Lavelle to KJ Marshall. And back to Marshall again, to Macaulay. And here we go again to Marshall. Marshall sends it forward. Emma Paul, back to Marshall, back to Macaulay, and back to Marshall, and back to Emma Paul. Emma Paul cutting inside into the D, loses possession. The ball's gone out over the sideline. It's a UCD sideline ball, which Emma Paul will take. Ball knocked back to KJ Marshall. Marshall sends it into the middle where it's seen by Macaulay. Macaulay sends it to Carey, and it's back to Marshall. Marshall sends it down the right to Lucy Crow. Crow still in possession. Sends it back to Marshall, who sends it across field to Macaulay. Macaulay sends it through the middle, and it's found by Ali Griffin. Griffin is dispossessed, and the umpires awarded a free against her. Away come Monkstown in the shape of Chloe Watkins. And Watkins finds that she's conceded a free to UCD, but the ball is back in the Monkstown half, and Monkstown come away with it again. Millie German finds a teammate, and the ball comes back to her again. It's gone back up the other wing. And even Murdoch there had it there for Monkstown and was penalised. It's going to be a free hit to UCD, which will be taken by Emma Paul. The ball is with Sarah Macaulay, who finds KJ Marshall, who finds Niamh Carey, taking the ball over halfway, slips it over to Sophia Cole. Sophia Cole looking for some support and finds it in the form of Michelle Carey, who looks to McLaughlin. McLaughlin sends it out to the right to Lucy Crow. Lucy Crow runs into, literally, runs into Natasha Toomey. And that's all she wrote. So the final score here at Rathdown is Monkstown 3, UCD 5. We hope you've enjoyed our presentation of the EY Hockey League game. And I'd like to say a big shout out to Monkstown's sponsors, McCann Fitzgerald. And they've been sponsoring Monkstown Hockey Club this season. The scoring came in the first quarter through UCD in the shape of Niamh Carey and Grace Keane. Keane got her second of the match in the second quarter to leave the halftime score 3-0. UCD increased their lead through Sophia Cole in the third quarter to make it 4-0. Monkstown got on the score sheet through Olivia Brady, and the scoreline read 4-1 at the end of the third quarter. UCD increased their lead to 5-1 early in the fourth quarter through Niamh Carey's second of the match, but two goals from Monkstown from Claire O'Reilly and Chloe Watkins were a deflected Chloe Watkins strike were enough to give them a 5-3 result, a win for UCD, and 3 points for the students as they increased their quest to qualify for the knockout stages of the Champions Trophy. And the best way to qualify for that is to finish in a top 6 part of this division. And UCD were in 5th place going into this game, and Monkstown were in 7th. So it was important for either side to get a win, really, if they had ambitions to finish in those playoff berths. Um, So I've been Declan Hughes, and we'll have another presentation for you very, very soon. So for me, good luck.